Hello everyone, welcome back to the live. I got a great show for you this evening. Today we're going to be talking about medium ready. What it means when I say you need to be medium ready. Now, there's no mistaking it. Men are visual, all right? That's just the way it is. Straight up, men are visual. And there's no amount of kicking and screaming that's going to change that. Let me tell you. All right? And you want that, by the way. That gives you a lot of control. Some women are a little upset by that. Like, oh, well, they only care about looks and it's all they want from me, blah, blah, blah. Listen, if men are so visual that you control, let me get a little squeaky on this chair. I think one of these stools needs to be changed out soon. Let me do one of these. Let me get this one. Yeah, that's better. Or is that worse? Oh no, that one's the worst one. Hang on a second. Let me get the good one here. Okay. Jeez, I gotta get a new set of stools. Okay. That's all right. We can do all right with that. Listen, men are visual, and there's no amount of kicking and screaming that's going to change that. And you shouldn't be offended about this. Okay? Listen, if men are so controlled by the visual, and you want them to be attracted to you, that's a normal thing. Do you guys not realize how much power you have over men just by changing the way you look, or let's just say modifying your appearance to be more attractive to them? You'll break their necks. They'll get in car accidents going, whoa. Elvis did a song about rubbernecking. Y'all know this song? Rubbernecking? You have so much power by enhancing the way you look, what you can do. You'll make that man jump through so many damn hoops just by a light beat. You get what I'm saying? Should you be upset by that? That gives you a lot of power. Men are so visual. It's so visual. They're so visual that they're almost like they're like moving in directions by their hips. They're like walking forward by the loins. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. You just understand it. Okay? And then you can play that to your own advantage. And you should. Straight up. Straight up. You know. It's really hard to be angry at your girlfriend if she looks super cute. You know what I mean? So if y'all, this is the point I'm trying to make. So if y'all about to get in a big fight or something like that, full glam. You need to put your game face on. You're going into that fight with your game face on. You're gonna be fully ready, all right? And everything shower before that fight. Be prepared. Okay? I need full glam, ladies. You want to win, don't you? Full glam. Okay? You're going to your best friend's bachelorette party. You're going to be looking the best you can be. All right? You walk into into those fights equipped. All right? Full glam. This way you can win because men are so visual. All right? If you look good to them, you get a lot of grace. More grace than you ought to get. But nevertheless, power. All right? So, what that means in your everyday life hold on, back up a second. So basically, if you get one of these little angry text things, y'all know what you do. You're texting them or whatever. You get these little angry text fights or whatever, right? You know the tension's building or whatever. You got to leave work an hour early. All right? You got to go home and put your makeup on, full face, not your light work makeup. If y'all are getting a little bit of tension over the phone, you better excuse yourself from the office and then go home and do a full beat. All right? Be ready. I want curlers in your hair and everything. Put a bend in it. All right? Be ready for them. armored up. You look at it as if it's your armor. Put it on. Takes a minute, but when you're in it, you're ready. You're ready for battle. All right? So leave work early if you have to. Leave work early if you have to, or whatever. And go put your armor on if you want to win these fights. All right? I'm serious. Little rouge will go a long way. All right? Be ready. Either that or you carry your makeup with you. Either way. If you're on the way home and you know there's going to be a fight, you better, I'm not saying do not take this as advice, but pull that mirror down in the, the sun visor, pull that down. You just be full ready when you get there. All right? That's how you win. Okay? Men are so visual. Okay? Now, what that means in your everyday life, for those of you that don't have quarrels at home. All right? That was advice for the women that got, a little feisty women, a little trouble at home sometimes. All right? That's your advice for y'all. For the rest of y'all, that's right. Men are visual. That's right. For the rest of y'all, you guys got to be outside. First and foremost, you got to be outside. You're not Rapunzel. You can't just expect some man to appear in your lap, poof, in your lap. It's not going to happen at home. You got to get out. You got to have a life. No doubt. My God. But some of y'all have that. Some of y'all have that. But some of y'all are going about it all wrong. A lot of women, especially women that are, single, kind of looking, they're hopeful that when they go out to, do their errands for the day, I'm just going to guess this, but Pilates, Air One smoothies, post office, grocery store. That pretty much sums it up. I don't know. Tanning salon, whatever. Nails, hair, whatever. All right. Most women are hopeful that when they're out doing those things, they're out in the world, they're doing stuff. Maybe they'll bump into some guy at the while they're getting matcha or whatever. Him not ordering a matcha though. Him getting a black coffee. But you getting a cute little matcha, all right? And while you're out, my advice is that you can't go out and do these errands like little rat girl. Okay? Some of y'all aren't getting ready enough for these little daytime excursions. And that's a problem. Because like I said, men are visual. You have so much power here. Okay? So all you got to do... All right, let me get through it, guys. All you got to do, folks... I'm seeing these comments. Okay. Yeah, he's got to get a black coffee. If you're there and getting matcha and there's a man there, he better be ordering black coffee or else. I get it. But when you guys are out doing these little errands or whatever, you might run into Prince Charming. You might. Blessings always come on time, not when you want them, just when they're there on time. So that doesn't mean that you can't hedge your bets, though. Okay, and put on put it together a little bit. Put on a light beat. All right, have it together a little bit. Some of y'all's ponytail's way too tight. Some of y'all wearing the same juicy couture pants as yesterday. And you're just not going to be in a good position to, attract the man you want. You look like little rat girl. Okay? So, some of y'all at least wear a matching set. My God. That's the least you can do. But I'm not saying do the most you can do either. I'm saying just somewhere in the middle. Medium ready. Okay? Matching set, a light beat, little gel on the eyebrows, and some dry shampoo, and you're ready. Okay? Some of y'all more fair women need get you some eyeliner. Do something to those eyelashes. Y'all know what you got to do. My point is don't skimp on that stuff because men are so visual. All right? Prince Charming going to walk right by you looking like little rat girl. They're going to go, ugh. All right? Would you talk to you?
Yes, some matcha, please.
Would you talk to you? Think about it. My point is, guys, some of y'all walking around town with your retainers in from last night still. Oh, sorry about that. Little rat girl. Okay? You gotta be a little ready. Medium ready, folks. I'm not saying full glam, but if you're going outside of your house, you just gotta put it together. Put it together a little bit. Men are so visual. So, what have we covered? Men are visual. You have a lot of power in that. You have a lot of sway over men like that. Whether you're currently dating them or you're hopeful in meeting one, you have a lot of power in that. All right? You girls that are out there, married or otherwise, walking around looking great, what happens? When you walk around town looking great, what happens? You have guys doing this. Damn, what the hell? Like that. That's how much power you have. Why are y'all wasting it? You're squandering it. Talk about a missed opportunity, my God. You should treat every excursion like a potential networking event. Hello, guys. Anyways, y'all messing it up. So, that being said, simply put it together. A light beat never hurt anybody. Matching set at least. And just try a little bit more. Because and also don't be upset that men are visual. Don't be upset that when you're walking around or whatever. Don't be upset that when you're walking around or whatever, men are going, damn, he's fine or whatever. You see? You should, if you want that, you should attract that. You see? Nothing wrong with that. I like women that are well put together. I like well manicured women. Straight up. I like a little gloss. All right, a little shine to it. That's my personal preference. All right, I don't like the disheveled, not caring look. Is not my preference. I just could never. My hair could never. All right, it's just not for me. Now, that being said, put a little effort in. All right, okay. Yeah, men are visual. So if you just simply recognize that, you can be empowered by it. You have so much power with that. Hello, guys. Harsh truths about dating. What's up, Christy Lee? Christy knows what I'm talking about. Christy would come on here full glam, doesn't give a damn. Full glam, ready to go. What's up, Christy? Let's see here. Subtle and soft. I like a little not so subtle sometimes too. I like it like bam, in your face, like that. A little shine to it, like I said. Are you a Taurus? No, I'm a Libra. Okay, that's a good point. Let's see here. Men approach plain women more. That's not exactly what you said, but I'm paraphrasing. You're right, actually. The men, when you are less put together, let's say you're not full ready, you're not even medium ready. You're just like I said, you little rat girl walking around. You're this, okay? You're right that men will approach you more because you look pretty disarming. It's not as scary because you're not as pretty as you could be or ought to be. You see, because they're going to be like, well, a little rat girl certainly doesn't intimidate me at all. So no problem. But I contend, sis, that if the man is approaching you at all, you want a man to be able to approach you that's not afraid that you look pretty. You see what I'm saying? So if you walk around like little rat girl and every John on the block approaches you, is that a good thing? Or do you only want the men that are not afraid to approach you when you're all glammed up and ready to go? You see? You want to, wearing the makeup and the jewelry and everything is like it's like a net. It's like a disqualification net. All right? Like, you want men to go, damn, I couldn't afford her. That's a filter for you. All right? When you go around just so bold, barefaced and bold, and some of y'all got that genetically or whatever, but I'm saying, some of y'all walking around not trying at all, that removes the net between you and the masses, and now everybody will approach you. So, and let me tell you, sis, more is not better. More is not better. So if you go out and just even more approachable to almost everybody, that's not better for you. You want to screen them a bit. You want them to be like, damn, she's too expensive. Something, anything like that. All right? Because if the man is afraid to approach you when you have your full face on, then that's not the man for you anyways. Do you get what I'm saying? You're not going to be attracted to him anyways because he doesn't have the confidence to approach a pretty girl that he likes. What? More is not better. Thanks for the gifts, guys. Thanks, Christy. Listen, there's nothing more confident than the homeless man at the gas pump. I'll tell you. You want that level of confidence when you're in full glam. If a man comes up to you with that level of confidence, that man's got something to him. Let me tell you that. Those guys at the gas pumps, they don't mind. They don't. Excuse me, miss. And you're just like pumping the gas, just like this. Fuck. Yeah. I'm not blind. I see that. That's crazy. It's real though. You want a man that has that kind of confidence, just not the guy at the gas station. Oh man. Wait, hang on. That looks really funny. Wait. Listen, if a man asks me for a coffee date, I'll ask if he's homeless. That's funny. Because see, the thing is that there's nothing more confident than a homeless man. Because here's the thing. The homeless guys will move in with you real quick. He's asking you to go on a coffee date and then asking about where you live. Let's go on a coffee date where you live nearby. And go back to your place afterwards. That guy's trying to move in. That guy's trying to move in with you. And some of y'all out there letting them. And then you blame them for being deadbeats. You picked them. How you let him move in with you and then you blame him for being a deadbeat? Hasn't had a job application filled out since ever. You let him move in. Do you think that his employment powers were going to unlock when he moved in? Homeless men have a lot of game, for real, because it's like survival. And I don't, look, we've all been there. There's times in your life you fall down in life, whatever, you got to do what you got to do, but don't be a victim. All right? You chose this. So, if he's asking you to go to coffee dates nearby, then he might be homeless, a secret homeless. Thanks for the gifts, guys. What's up, Claire? That's cool. Sports car. Nice. I like those. His employment powers unlocked. That's right. Why do I attract poor guys? That's the only guys I've ever dated. Because you hang out where poor people hang out. Whose fault is that? If you're gonna spend time in a dive bar, you're gonna meet men that also spend time in dive bars. You see? You better get yourself a gym membership, an expensive gym membership. Get yourself a country club membership. Get yourself a paddle court membership, yacht club membership. Invest in yourself. Invest in your social life. Invest in a curling iron and a social life. Imagine where the successful men in your city are and then buy a membership. So whose fault is it? Yeah, curling iron. That's right. Put a bend in it. And then get out there to the paddle court with the new lessons you bought on a Groupon at the country club. That'll do it. All right? That's the point, guys. You got to be there. But if you're putting yourself in the wrong places and therefore dating the wrong men, whose fault is it? Is it the men's fault for being at the place that they're going to be at? You can select that place. You see? Guess it's time to leave small town Alabama. That's what I've been saying. Yeah, leave small town Alabama. Go where rich men are. If you're in a small town in Alabama, what do you have out there? A Waffle House? A Sonic drive-thru? Who do you think you're going to meet at the Sonic drive-thru? Which one? You're either going to meet them at the Waffle House or the Sonic drive-thru. Who are you going to meet there? Craven. You're going to meet a man named Craven with almost all of his teeth, and he's going to buy you a, what do they call it? Those strawberry slushes. And then that's it. Next thing you know, you're pregnant. Great. In Alabama. Perfect. Is that what you want? Because that's what you're going to get if you spend time at the Sonic drive-thru instead of moving to a place where successful men spend time. Oh, man. I can't afford to move. You should move. Take out a loan. Say it's for school. And you need student housing in New York City, in the Upper East Side. Something like that. Figure it out. Invest in yourself. Take the risk. All right, that's a little too far. That is not financial advice, guys. I mean, you should probably put yourself in a better position online, but don't listen. I'm mostly joking. I'm mostly joking unless you think I'm serious, then I'm serious. But I'm mostly joking. Okay? So that is not you guys take your own financial risk, but what are your options? You know what I mean? Okay. Where's your dog? He's around somewhere. Okay. Harsh truths about dating, folks. Hello, everyone. Y'all think I'm joking about this medium ready thing. I'm dead serious. I just today, I got a whole... I wonder if I could show it on my TikTok. Hang on. Let's see. Let's find out. Wait. Okay, hang on. Wait. Okay, yeah, I know. Hang on. Y'all think I'm joking? Y'all think I'm joking about this medium ready thing? Okay, y'all see that? Y'all thought I was joking. Y'all see that? I'm not joking. I got, right now on my TikTok, I got a big ass banner. Medium ready. Okay? Y'all take that to the bank. Y'all, get you an oversized. Get you an oversized one. Wear it to here. I'll show you. Hang on. Wear it right here. Y'all see me? Wear it to here. Okay? Wear some shorts on it. Now you're ready. Medium ready. That's right. I'm here for you. That's right. Hello, guys. How's it going, folks? Okay. Russ is real. Hello, guys. Okay. Answering some questions while we're here. Okay. Does makeup really matter to men? I just answered that. Some of y'all blessed. All right. Some of y'all blessed. Some of y'all need work. Luckily for all of us, there's cosmetics y'all can do stuff with it. You know? I'm not above that. Is it too bright on the... It's so bright on TikTok. Whatever. Guess that's how it's going to be. Some of y'all blessed. The rest of, and for the rest of us, you know, use the tools that are available to you. Because men are visual. You think men know? You think they even care? Men with a deadpan face will show you a woman that has literally had everything done. Lip flip, injections, Botox, chin tuck, facelift, all of it. Like bleph, upper bleph, lower bleph. They'll have literally all of it done. And a man will, with a deadpan face, say, I love a natural beauty. Look at her. See, I like a woman that looks like that. It's so natural. They don't know. Men don't know. They're just visual. They don't know what it took to get here. They just like the destination. They like the end result. Okay? You think they know? And with such confidence. See, I love a girl that's just so natural. Have no idea. Okay? So, should you be mad at that? Or should you take advantage of that? Just take advantage. You see? That is a skill set that you can master, ladies, and through that mastery you gain power. Men aren't going to be mad at you. They just don't need to know. So don't tell them. If they ask you have anything done, lie to them. No. It's natural. I'm born like this. Got this from God. My mama. Whatever. They don't need to know. Just lie. I think the less they know, the better. I've learned as a man personally, I just stop asking questions to things that I don't want to know the answers to. I just straight up don't even ask anymore. I used to ask. I used to care a lot when I was younger. All kinds of stupid shit. Body count. I'd ask that. I would ask about, surgical procedures. Are they real or whatever. Now I don't even care. If it tricks me or if I'm fooled, great. Less stuff to worry about. I choose peace. I don't even want to know. And now I've sort of grown enough to let things go in general. But I just simply don't ask. But that's because I'm smart. I don't want conflict. All right? You know what I mean? What do I need to know this for? For what? Some preconceived, not so well thought out opinion before you even spoke, before you even open your mouth. The reason why you shouldn't ask about cosmetic stuff is that it's just going to ensue an argument because of your not so well thought out preconceived notions about the thing. Nobody considers the fact that you might have had an augmentation or even a reduction or something like this because of a medical necessity. No, they're just judgmental as fuck. Like your aunt at church. Is it even necessary? Do we even need to have a discussion about it? It happened 5 fucking years ago. Why does it matter now to you today? We just met, sir. This is a Wendy's. It doesn't matter. You get what I'm saying? So, but people for some reason choose to die on that hill. It's just so strange to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm just saying, stop telling them. Just lie. Just lie to them. If they want to know, just lie. I've never had any work done. My lips are real, no filler. You're the only person I've been with. Do they need to know? Oh, some of y'all won't be able to keep a straight face. In all seriousness, though, some people don't need to know everything. Some of that stuff y'all got to take to your grave. All right. And if they ever find out, just change your hair and move cities, get another loan or whatever. All right. Don't worry about it. There'll be another offer there for you, I'm sure. Easy. Oh, man. Yeah, easy peasy. Go buy just change your hair color. It's summer anyways, and go buy your middle name and move, a couple miles south or whatever. Try again. Oh, man. Change. Yeah, if you get caught in a big enough lie, yeah, you might need to change countries, but city should do it if it's for most things. Let's see here. Let's see. In Greenwich, Connecticut, is Greenwich, Connecticut a good place to date rich men? I don't know. I'm not from Greenwich, Connecticut. I don't know. Man. You guys, real serious question. You guys really expect me to know every city and where? I don't know. Do you live in Connecticut? Hello. I'm really getting washed out here with this on TikTok, huh? Look at this. I don't know, is it like camera smudged? Hang on, let's find out. Let me see if I can, something like that. Or is it really just like a glare thing? Yeah, I guess so. We're gonna deal, folks. Yeah. Yeah, it was cloudy earlier. Okay. Dating at work. Okay, so here's the thing about dating at work. If you're dating somebody at work, if you're dating a guy at work or whatever, y'all have to get married. What happens if it doesn't work out? What happens if the guy you're dating at work, it doesn't work out? You're either going to get married or one of y'all is going to have to change jobs. It's either you get married or the worst case scenario is going to be like an HR meeting and somebody's losing jobs over it. You see? Because even though you've blocked him, he's still emailing you from his work email, and you have to look at them because they look at your computers or whatever. You're not responding to emails, and he's trying to passive aggressively pretend like he's contacting you for work, and y'all both know it's good and well not contacting you for work. Just some passive aggressive shit in the signature block. And that's what's going to happen. Showing up at your cubicle or whatever. So if you start dating that guy at work, it's just going to end with you guys both going to HR. And then you're going to have to get a new job or change your whole life up because of, a tequila or two at Javier's, and now we dated for 3 months and now I got to change jobs. Whoops. Big whoop. Now your whole path is all... Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Was the 3 months together worth it? Nobody wants it, because now you got to get a new job. Now you got to move across town. And ugh. Okay. Changing the subject. No, it's not worth it. Okay, let's see. Use the power. That's right. Opinion on dating a pilot. That's cool. I mean, personally, I think that's cool, But you ever get in an argument with him, whatever, he's just gonna fly away. What are you gonna do? Chase him down? He's gone. There he goes. Okay. I got less. I'm gonna answer some questions, but y'all like to ask me some. Let's keep it PG. I'm gonna get in trouble. Y'all gonna get in trouble. So, what's next? I gotta calm down. I already got a warning. I'm getting so riled up. TikTok's literally telling me to calm down. So, okay, I am calming down. Yeah, Hang on. Okay. How's it going, folks? What is the... Oh, wait, hang on. Guys, I'm going to answer questions that are... I got to be PG right in a second. I'm feeling kind of down. I was feeling kind of down, and now I'm up and fired up. Yeah, same. But I get too fired up. It gets me in trouble, so I got to relax. Is it good to cook for a guy? Sure. Of course. Yeah, impress him with your cooking. That's a good way to get him. It's nice, maybe not the first date, unless you're a chef or something like this, but impress them with your cooking. Sure, they like that kind of stuff. I want to be unhinged right now, but I got to be chill for just for a minute. Yes, men like. I'm gonna be real plain right now. Men like women cooking for them. It's like an act of service kind of thing. God, I want to go off on that, but I can't. Oh, getting real stifled over here. Ugh. Okay. Just make sure you can actually cook. Yeah. Too many comments. Hello, guys. I'm answering questions the best I can. Let's see. Zodiac sign, I'm a Libra. Okay, should I marry? Okay, here's a good one. Should I marry? Hang on. Should I marry this provider man even though I met him in person for 2 weeks, but we talked for 8 days? Oh, okay, I get it. Should I marry this provider man even though I met him in person for 2 weeks, but we've talked for 8 weeks? It's been y'all, you just met this man, it's been 2 weeks. And you're talking about getting married? Marie, what is happening here? You guys don't even know. In 2 weeks, you can't even count. Listen, during the courtship phase or whatever, men are different people. Yeah, two different people. Maybe more than that, but definitely at least 2 different people. And you're talking about marrying a guy you've only met for 2 weeks. Because let me tell you something else. You don't get credit. You don't get credit for 8 weeks of text conversation. That wasn't even him texting you. You ever think of that? That was just his boy texting you. Or some other version of himself that you'll never meet again texting you. You think that 8 weeks counts? It's not additive. You started at 2 weeks. And then by the way, that 2 week mark, that's when it began. And you think that in 2 weeks time, you think that you know a person to get married to them? Have you dated anyone ever? It's never that. It's never that way. They're never the same person in 2 weeks. And from 2 weeks to in 2 years, that'd be like, okay, that's a better representation of the reality. At least 2 years. 2 weeks. You don't even know who that person is. You probably haven't even seen him without a hat on yet. You better check up under there. Pop the hood on that thing. You haven't seen him without a beard yet. Oh, what happens then? You might be shocked at what you find. Okay. All right. Hang on. It's telling me that my shop. Let me remove this real quick. Okay. I'm cool. My life is fine. It's just that the shop, the clothes on there is unrelated to what we're talking about. I disagree. But whatever. I have to remove it. So take it off the panel. Medium ready. All right. That being said, you don't if you just start talking to that guy for 2 weeks, you don't know that man. That man will be a completely different person in 2 years. What happens if they shave? What happens if he shaves his beard? You ever see a man shave his beard and turn into a whole nother dude? You better find out. You better find out before you commit. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't even know what you're getting into. Thanks for the gifts, guys. Okay. Sorry, I keep getting notifications on TikTok. It's kind of throwing me off. It's all right. Your thoughts on dating? Nicole just reached member level 3. Nice. Yeah, I answered the subscriber questions first, guys. Let's see here. Your thoughts on dating 15 years younger? 48-year-old woman over here. Listen, ladies. I get it. I get the whole pull boy thing or whatever. Don't get me wrong. But the way I see it, did you guys see what was happening with Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher? That woman was pulling her damn hair out, trying to reel that Ashton Kutcher in. And I get it. You're 48 years old. You start dealing with men that are a little bit older than you, and then I can't say this anymore because I keep getting in trouble, but you're dealing with men that are older than you that need like special vitamins to even be worth being around. It's the best way I can say it. And I get that. So, you want to date younger. All right. Still feel like you got it. I get it. But what is that 20-something-year-old pool boy going to teach you? How to chlorinate the pool? What's he going to teach you? You see? Are you really going to respect that? 48 years old? You could be your child's age. Do you really need to know how to chlorinate a pool? You need like a YouTube video for that. Every time I see women dating significantly younger, it just screams like I'm having a hard time dealing with my aging self. And I get it, man. Life's hard. But I just feel like you're going to be in a way worse emotional position trying to chase around some 20-something-year-old man. God. Hang on. What's up, gallery? I'm 34 and also attract a lot of younger men. Should I test that out? Is it worth it? Like 30. Listen, 30, if you're 34 and he's 30, that's whatever. All right, y'all could have went to high school together. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is 15 years younger, 20 years younger. That's like I'm worried that men around me aren't going to think that I'm as attractive, and I want to feel that I want the validation to know that young men still find me attractive. And I'm not saying there aren't pretty older women, because there certainly are. Of course there are. It just says to me that like you're going to end up mothering that kid. And who wants to mother the person they're dating? You see what I'm saying? Like, look, all men are doomed to marry their mother, but that doesn't mean you have to be their mother. Is that what you want? Hello. What's up, guys? I look for younger than my age, 42. I look like, yeah, I do too. Yeah, I get it. Perfect. Okay. Thanks for keeping it real. You're welcome. How's it going, guys? Harsh truths about dating. Should I block them or let them watch? Definitely let them watch. Because you know what happens when you block them? They're just going to look anyways. You blocking him, he's going to watch anyway. So you can block him and you're still letting him watch. You see? There's no kind of, okay, so look, let's put it this way. If you block him, he's just going to look anyways. So let him watch from the other accounts or whatever. Make it seem like you've moved on, whatever. And then let him watch. That's cool. You gotta love to hate. They're going to text you stuff. I just had a friend today telling me this. A guy's just messaging her, I hate you so much, you're the worst, blah, 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 but you gotta love to hate. A person, how do I say this? Jesus, I'm saying this so backwards. A person doesn't love you. I'm trying to say this wrong. I'm trying to say this backwards. If a person says that they hate you, it's because that they love you. That's it. That's the answer. They love you so much, but but you've wronged them in some way, so they're feeling all these emotions. If they act like they hate you, and they secretly love you. And that's not necessarily a good thing. They're watching your life or whatever. But if you guys broke up for whatever reason, just block him. Just block him, because he's going to watch anyways, and let him. Don't go looking for new accounts that might be looking at your stories and this and that. Just let him. In fact, if a new account starts popping up on your viewed story views or whatever, add that person to your close friends and let him watch. Put the little Lamborghini logo back here. Let him watch. put that person on your close friends. Then you could just live your life knowing that you won. Perfect. Okay. How's it going, guys? Harsh truths about dating. Sounds like a plan. I need to like, oh, there we go. Let's see here. Are men in their 20s even dateable? Have you met a man in their 20s? How useless is a man in their 20s? Listen, and take this from me because I was one. Your hands are in a lot of pots. You're all over the place. You're still trying to figure out what you're going to do in life, and oftentimes there's very little honor and follow through. There's a strong resentment towards order and rules, integrity. There's a lot of pushback from that during that time period when men are in their 20s. They don't really know what they want. They're not really good at really anything, and they're just a malleable mess. I don't think men are even men at all until they're like dead ass 40, like straight up. Just simply because there's just a lot of growth and navigation to get there. I'm not saying you shouldn't date 20 and 30-year-olds. Not saying that. God, just saying that I just can't even. Maybe a strong case can be made between 35 maybe and 40, but for the most part, like 20s useless, 30 early 30s useless, 35 maybe they're starting to get a grip on things, but they all got Peter Pan syndrome. Then 40s is like, all right, they want to start having kids, and that's when they're the most honorable, respectable, and that also is very contingent upon who you pick. Hello, guys. Hello, Ebony. Let's see here. Okay. I got one more question to me, and then I got to get going. Let's see. Okay. Just check in, man's people, to see if he likes you. Okay. I think it depends. Yes, of course, everything depends on case-by-case basis. What do you think about open relationships? Everyone wants to get on that. First of all, I think a lot of men want that. They think they want that. And then there will be women that reluctantly accept that, depending on the guy and his situation, financially, almost always financially so. But I think most men can't even handle one woman, let alone two or three. My God. Most men think they're going to be in some sort of relationship with multiple, some sort of poly thing or whatever. And they're just so man enough they can handle that. Let me tell you, most men don't have the facilities for one woman. How are they going to handle the emotions of two or three or whatever? Every man has this like sister wife fantasy, like they're going to have some sort of adult film filled in evenings every night, like that's all it's going to be. And that's literally not how relationships work at all. They can't even handle a woman. What do you mean two or three? What are you talking about? Sounds like a person who's naive talking. Yeah, keep it moving. Precious says, I can handle 5 men. Goodness. Gracious, Precious. Oh, man. Okay. Somebody said I can handle Precious. Somebody said they can handle you, Precious. What do I do if I keep finding rich men who don't treat me well? Listen, Lex, you allow yourself to be treated how you're treated. The way you enable them around you, that's how you're treated. You're super in control of that. Unless it's like a straight up violent situation that you have no control over, that's different, obviously. But besides that crime, you have a lot of control as to how you're treated. If you stick around for that, whose fault is it? You should definitely, if somebody's mistreating you, you either accept that behavior or you don't. If they're going to mistreat you, then you should leave. Straight up. And I'm not saying it can't be more complicated than that. Of course it can be. Just saying. That behavior, that sort of mistreatment starts very early on, and people will push an inch forward, a little further, and you could have stopped that soon. Straight up. Don't allow people to treat you poorly. Okay. Hello, everyone. Oh, that's my time. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. It's been a great show. I will be on again next Tuesday. Okay. Thanks, everybody, again. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.